morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube channel and CoffeeStream number 262. We are here today. We're gonna read some news, and I did send the link out to Polydub just in case he's awake and feels like blathering with me about Canadian politics. I've got a few stories, some from Pink Hollow, some that I found. So if Polydub can't make it, or if I reached out to a couple of other people too, and if they can't make it, we'll have plenty of things to talk about. So have no fear. We will have a fun stream. And remember, guys, next week is call-in day, so that's always a fun time. The reason you don't see the news yet is I'm still gathering the tabs. I just didn't want to make you guys wait. I didn't want to make you guys wait too long. So what I'm doing is while I'm talking to you guys, I'm frantically gathering the tabs. So sorry, I'm kind of rambling at the moment. We've got lots of we've got plenty of fun things. We're even gonna laugh at the space batteries being changed, as you can see by the title. We've got yay women, the space batteries got changed. It's gonna be great, and you'll love the title. You'll love the title of the article regarding the spacewalk. You'll love it. It'll melt the cockles of your heart. Let's just say. So, let's get down to it here. Where's that send button? There it is. Okay. I am. So we've got a Greta Thunberg, or Thunberg, or however you pronounce it. She's gracing Canada with her presence in Edmonton, Alberta, of all places. So we're going to read about that as well. That I'm sure will be eye-opening. There's a climate strike taking place there today that she is presiding over, shall we say. So let's see who's here. We have Costin. Greetings. Hello. Mr. Dax, welcome. Duck Dog, hello. The smell of empanada is still hanging in the air. Your rambling is interesting. Oh, well, thank you. And hello, Rolling Bear. Good to have you here again. Almost there, guys. Almost there. We're getting close to the end of my news gathering, and I'll have the screen shared, and we'll get this going in a jiffy, guys. A jiffy. Why does that always make me laugh? The term "in a jiffy." I need a drink of coffee. I really do. Okay. Let's see. Who else has joined us? Hey, Billy, says Duck Dog. How many more stories have I got here? Two more. Okay. Hurry up, Safari. I'm on a time crunch here. Stop telling me you're busy. I'm trying to get shit done. There we go. Okay. And the last one is our titular article. Okay. Now let's move back over, because we always try to end with the titular articles, or titty articles, as Pincolo is so fond of calling them. But we're going to move over to this article here that Pincolo sent me. And what we're going to do is we're going to hop over to the share screen button in StreamYard. I can't believe I just wasted 5 minutes with that. Okay. Share screen. All right. So, we're going to read about this Dutch family who is waiting for at the end of time, apparently. Because that's what you do as a family. You know, your family night, most families do family game night. But I guess these guys decided to wait for Doomsday together. Am I in the dark? Hold on a sec. Hold on a second. Did I not turn my light on? How's that? Is that better? No, don't blame Pincolo. Blame me, because I turned my light off. Oh, I thought that was on purpose. No, I thought that I had turned my light back on. But I'm a special person, so it's okay. It's fine. We'll be all right. That is much better, Blind Press, says Costin. Oh, good. Oh, good. Okay. So, Dutch family waiting for end of time found in secret room. Cause yeah, I is there a video? There is a video. Is there gonna be an ad? Yep, there is. So I'm not gonna unplug this here for a minute. Oh my god, go away. Okay.
Mute.
Come on. Okay, I guess it's not gonna play. So let's just read. Oh, it's in German. Okay, that's helpful. Or not German, it's in Dutch, strangely enough. Okay, let's read this here.
A family who spent 9 years on a farm waiting for the end of time have been discovered by police in the Netherlands after one of them turned up at a local pub, reports say.
9 years. And one of them was like, it's been a long fucking time since I've had a drink with anybody besides these assholes. I'm going to the pub. Can't blame me. I turned on the light this morning, says Pincolo. Yeah, it was my fault. Hi, Addie. So yeah, 9 years on a farm waiting for the world to end. That's commitment, let me tell you.
A man of 58 and 6 young adults aged 18 to 25 were living at a farm in the province of Drenthe.
A 58-year-old guy and 6 people ranging from 18 to 24. Yeah, that's not creepy. Like, at all. At least they're prepared when the world ends in 12 years, says Mr. Dax. Oh, yes, that's very true.
The family were found after the eldest of the children ordered beer at a bar in the nearby village of Runerwold.
But they're not children. They're not children. I'm confused. Are they children or are they young adults aged 18 to 24? Make up your mind. Have they been brainwashed? This is weird.
He then told staff he needed help, broadcaster RTV Drenthe reported.
I bet. So I guess these guys were because if they're between 18 to 24 now, 9 years ago, that would have put the youngest one at 9. So 9 to 15. And if then 49-year-old man. That's really weird. That's ew. Yeah, they would have been 9 when they went in. So where, like, this is weird and disturbing.
We found 6 people living in a small space in the house which could be locked but wasn't a basement, police said in a statement late on Tuesday.
Okay, does it matter if it was a basement or not, if they were living in a small space that could be locked?
The older man has been arrested, according to the family. He is the father of the 6 children, say police. It was not clear whether they had been there voluntarily, police added. The eldest son was not there at the time, police told the BBC.
Okay, so he fathered these kids. I wonder if this is a kidnapping case or if it's a case of the mom died and the father kind of snapped, or I'm really not sure. This is very odd. I really don't quite fathom what's going on here. There are many different scenarios this could have been. Like I said, this could have been a kidnapping. God damn it, I'm roboting again. This could have been a kidnapping. This could have been a mental break. This could have been oh wow, this is weird as
Local reports described the man as a handyman called Joseph B., who was originally from Austria. I've never seen anything like it, local mayor Roger de Groot told reporters. He revealed that some of the family had not been registered locally and also indicated that the 58-year-old was not the father.
Oh. So he was not the father of these people. Okay, then. That puts another level of disturbing on this. This has Pizzagate all over it, says Pincolo. Yeah, it kind of does.
The public broadcaster said that the family had been living in isolation waiting for the end of time.
We'll be waiting for a while because, like, if you're waiting for the end of time, that means you're going to be waiting for the universe to end. A more practical thing to do would be to wait for the end of the world, which is still a good while away, but at least there is more of a finite timeline.
Bar owner Chris Westerbeek described how a man had come in, ordered 5 beers and drunk them.
Wow.
Then I had a chat with him and he revealed he had run away and needed help. Then we called the police, he said.
He ran away and drank 5 beers. Probably one after the other. Just chugged those suckers down. Wait, 9 years, 2009. What cult was big in 2009? Scientology? I don't.
He added, he had long hair, a dirty beard, wore old clothes and looked confused. He said he'd never been to school and hadn't been to the barber for 9 years. Your image caption neighbors believe the family lived on vegetables grown on a farm. Figure. The farm in Ruiner World where the family had been living. Image.
So here's the
farm in Ruiner.
Here's the farm where they lived.
Image copy EPA. Image caption. Neighbors believe the end of image caption. He said he had brothers and sisters who lived at the farm. He said he was the oldest and wanted to end the way they were living.
That's a brave kid, man. Like he's an adult now, but he's probably got the mental capacity of a teenager, at the least. But that's very brave of him to do that.
Officers visited the remote farmhouse and carried out a search. They discovered a hidden staircase behind a cupboard in the living room that led down to a secret room where the family were housed.
Wow.
Runerwald is a village with a population of less than 3,000. The farm is outside the village and is accessible by a bridge over a canal.
Tiny, small. That's a small town.
The farm, which is part hidden behind a row of trees, also has a large vegetable plot, a goat.
One goat, huh?
A neighbor told Duff Media that he had only ever seen one man on the farm, no children, and that there had been animals on the grounds, such as geese and a dog.
So I guess the old man was the only one who was allowed to move freely along the property.
The local postman said he had never delivered a letter there. It's actually pretty strange, now I come to think about it, he told Al Jamin Dagblat News website. People in the area tweeted the news and one reporter posted images of the farmhouse, saying he had been asked to keep at a distance.
Now, I bet you he had been.
Link. 11840. Link.
So that's the end of that story. That's kind of creepy. That's quite creepy, actually. Wow. I hope they figure out what the hell that dude was up to, and I hope that those kids can get some rehabilitation, because that's disturbing. So let's see what you guys are saying here. A Russian cult in 2008. I don't remember. But why wait in a shelter? If the world ends, the shelter isn't going to protect you. If they're expecting society to fall, then locking yourself or it's just wasting time and resources. Yeah. Oh, Cult of It, a Russian cult. Oh. I don't remember those guys. November 12th, 2009. Was a predicted apocalypse. Oh, okay. 2009 was an Extinction Rebellion one. Okay. Gotcha. I understand. So this article, it says Trudeau's blind spot on Quebec and Bill 21. Oh, these people didn't get the message. Bad people. They used blind spot.
No, that's the whole thing. They created the message. But yeah, I was just doing some quick digging on that thing real quick just to get back to the other one. Let me open up my... I hate using Wikipedia, but I have to. Okay, so... Yeah, so there was a Russian cult in 2008, followers of Kuznetsov. 31 adults and 4 children, one 18-month-old, went into a cave in Russia in 2007, thinking they would be safe from an apocalypse occurring in the spring. It's really bad. Kuznetsov did not join them. He was later committed and attempted suicide when someone left the cave in the spring. By the time all the followers had left the cave in the spring, 2 adults died.
Okay.
So that was that one, which could be related to this. Same theory, but I'm trying to find this other one that is on the goddamn... it's on, you know how you have the description when you look up something? It's on the description saying, go away.
Yes, that's pin column, Mr. Dax.
Conspiracy theorists claim end of world is coming, April 23rd, Nibiru. I remember that one. Predictions of apocalyptic events that would result in the extinction of humanity. Church of God preparing for Kingdom of God. Yeah, you know, all this shit.
Yeah.
These crazy people are crazy. But yeah, I'm trying to find the one that they were, but there was actually a November 12th, 2009 apocalypse one. Excuse me. Then there was a 2008 one. Every year there seems to be one.
Of course.
This is actually kind of a neat... I hate Wiki. I hate Wikipedia. I know everyone hates Wikipedia. But sometimes they actually have some interesting things on it.
See, Wikipedia...
I'm going to drop the link to this thing in the chat for everybody, because this is kind of a cool... This is kind of a neat timeline.
Wikipedia is a good resource for some things. It's just not, you know, the be-all and end-all.
But yeah, so here is the link to the Wikipedia article for the predicted dates. I can't find the 2009 specifically in the chart, but it might be in a different chart. But yeah.
Here.
But Dax, I thought you watched the Sunday shows. I'm always on Sunday nights. And then on the Irate Prostate, well, I'll probably do the night. I might do the cream stream if I don't fall asleep.
Oh, hello. Welcome to the channel Xenomorph Experiment. Thank you for subscribing. And thank you for the link, Dr. No. I will go and grab that momentarily. So, let's...
Sorry.
What?
Sorry.
What?
First, here's that back.
Thank you.
Did you happen to... oh, I didn't tell you, did I, about what left her on my phone? No. A 9-digit phone number came up on my phone.
So a Skype call.
Is that what 9 digits are? It was that same recording. The Department of Justice.
The Department of Justice?
The Department of Justice for the Canadian Revenue Agency. And it was, again, recorded. The whole...
Have you spoken to...
Yeah, I have. And we're all thinking it's a hoax because we're laughing.
Yeah.
I've never seen a 9-digit phone number come up, especially on an auto dialer.
Was it like just because Skype?
416-547-573.
Okay.
It's a shitty spoof number. That's what it is. It's a bad spoof.
No kidding.
So, yeah. It's kind of interesting.
Sometimes Skype calls will just go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Those ones I laugh at too. No, yeah. But why would our tax agency be calling me from that? It's just really funny.
And why would the Department of Justice?
Oh, we don't have a Department of Justice in Canada.
Yes, we do.
No, it's not actually called that.
Yes, it is.
No, not. Okay. My accountant, and if you ask your grandmother, she'll say the same thing. It's not, the way that these people are wording everything is not the right wording. Just like the letter I got, I noticed, I look at the lettering.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of the printing is all smeared together. Like the lines are not aligned right.
Like the photocopier was bad or something?
Yeah, it's weird. It's there's more to it. There's more to this than what I'm thinking, and I'm thinking it started with that call from it with that India caller. Because don't forget, the first call was a Bangalore accent. I spend too much time listening to scammers and the scam buster guys, but they're all using the same tactics. And I just got an email warning me about this too, which is really funny. But if you don't see the thing is here, if you don't see a notice on the revenue website,
yeah,
you haven't gotten anything.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if I should press 1 to continue or just keep hanging up on them. I haven't figured that part out yet.
So let's see what this article about Trudeau and his blind spot is.
Justin Trudeau has offered very little opposition to Quebec's Bill 21 that would prevent people wearing visible religious attire from holding positions of authority in the civil service, such as a teacher.
No. That is not what Bill 21 is at all. It is not saying that people who wear religious attire can't be fucking teachers. It's saying that people who are teachers / public servants should not be wearing their religious attire while working. Now, the only reason I oppose Bill 21 is because they won't take the crucifix out of the General Assembly. And I think if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander, and you should take that goddamn cross down if you want this bill to be a thing.
Got it. I found where they got it from.
What?
You ever heard of the CCLA? Basically our version of the ACLU.
Yeah.
The Canadian Civil Liberties Association. Yeah. Featured cases, Bill 21, Law Against Religious Freedoms. Help fight the new law against religious freedom. A new law in Quebec, formerly known as Bill 21, bans wearing religious symbols such as hijabs, turbans, kippas, and crucifixes for many public service employees. Those affected include teachers, judges, police officers, certain lawyers, as well as students, children and youth who aspire towards those careers. The law took effect in June 2019 and disproportionately impacts people who may already be marginalized, including Muslim women who wear headscarves as part of their religious faith and identity, Sikhs who wear a turban, and Orthodox Jewish men who wear a kippah. CCLA and the NCC, the National Council of Canadians Muslims, are fighting this law in court. We strongly oppose the religious symbol ban and plan to fight it by every means possible. See, here at the last line, they call it a religious symbols ban. How does the rest of that whole thing talk? They have problems.
Yeah.
Coming November 26th, appeal hearing to determine the religious symbol law should be suspended. So they're going to bring this all up. Oh, wow, this is... Yeah, so just yeah, so they fucked up. Yeah, so upcoming, but August 1st, yeah, so they passed it, and there's been a whole bunch of people have been trying to get the law suspended because we have to identify while we work.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not trying to sound like a dick about it, but it's... I don't think the kippah and like if it's a hat, I care. Coverings, if you need to have photo ID to show yourself, 90% of jobs do nowadays where you have to have a photo badge.
Yeah.
I don't think you should be allowed to have full burqas or anything like that in the workplace. Sure, when you step outside in the glory of Allah, go right ahead. But when you're at work, you're at work. You're a number when you're at work. You're not a person. That's it. Spoken like a true capitalist whore.
Yep.
The Toronto Sun's Brian Lilly argues Trudeau would never give a similar pass to other provinces like Ontario and Alberta, currently governed by Conservative premiers. While campaigning in Quebec, Trudeau asked for support so he fight Jason Kenney and Doug Ford. You're
saying that, you know what? I can see your argument, but I don't think that Trudeau is smart enough to be thinking that way.
When confronted about Bill 21, Trudeau only said he would consider intervening on Quebec's plans to lower immigration numbers. Trudeau has been similarly willing to give the province a pass.
Now, it could very well be that because Quebec is not a conservative province, that Trudeau is being less lenient, or more lenient, with them. However, it may also be just because that is his home province. It may be a lot more simple.
Hey, you guys want to hear the president talk to the space people? He's about to go live.
Is he?
I guess it's already at this point. You tell me.
This is live.
A lot of cameras.
It is. It's an exciting day.
It
The
is.
first all-women spacewalk underway right now. They're doing very important work.
It sounds like
Just
shit,
so everybody
right?
knows, this is a short window for the
That better?
downlink, and also they've got very busy work to do. They're on the outside of the station, but what a big day. We're thrilled to be here, Mr. President. It's over to you for communicating with them.
Well, I'm thrilled also, and if they're ready, I'm ready.
Okay.
Can we confirm that the link is live?
So
I don't think this will get you struck either because it's coming from a phone through my phone on the screen. What?
So
Okay,
when the link
yeah,
is
so you
live-
got
when the link
the
is
president
live,
sitting in
they're
front of the camera
on
with
the outside of the
him. I think that's Ivanka.
This is President Donald Trump. Do you hear me?
We can hear you. We can hear you.
That's great. That's great.
Oh, that's great. That's great. They can hear you. They're walking to space, Donnie.
Starting to get worried about you. You're in an interesting place. I thought we may have to be a little emergency work. I don't think that'll ever be necessary with you. The job that you do is incredible. And I'm here with Vice President Mike Pence, NASA Administrator Jim Bridenstine, and my daughter Ivanka. We're thrilled to be speaking live with two brave American astronauts who are making history, joining us during their spacewalk outside the International Space Station. And this is the first time for a woman outside of the space station. Our flight engineer, Christina Cook, and flight engineer Jessica Meir. And I just want to congratulate you. What you do is incredible. And so you're very brave people. I don't think I want to do it. I must tell you that.
They're the first women to go unaccompanied by men.
Yeah,
They're
not the
women.
first women
ever
outside the
Female
space.
spacewalk to replace an exterior part of the space station. They're doing some work, and they're doing
Changing
it
the
in
space
a very
batteries.
high altitude, an altitude that very few people will ever see. Congratulations, Christina and Jessica, on this historic event. This is truly historic, and you're right now on television all over the world, so don't get nervous. I'd like to ask you a question. What would you like to tell everyone listening and watching today, especially young women who are interested in space?
There's about a 4 or 5 second delay.
Ah, okay.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. We don't want to take too much credit because there have been many other female spacewalkers before us. It's the first time that there have been two women outside at the same time. And it's really interesting for us. We've talked a lot about it up here.
There's two of us!
It's
Yay!
really just us doing our job. It's something we've been training for 6 years and preparing for. And so, it didn't really, for us, it's just coming here and doing our job today. We were the crew that was tasked with this assignment. At the same time, we recognize that it is a historic achievement. And we do, of course, want to give credit to all of those that came before us. There's been a long line of female scientists, explorers, engineers, and astronauts, and we have followed in their footsteps to get us where we are today. We hope that we can provide an inspiration to everybody, not only vote him, but to everybody.
So stunning.
That has a dream,
So
that
brave.
has a big dream, and that is willing to work hard to make that dream come true. Something that all of us that have made our way up here have done all throughout our lives. And I can tell you, the hard work certainly did pay off.
The hard work.
Why does she sound like she didn't even want to do this interview?
My first fight and my very first
The hard work to change the space battery sure did pay off.
Chart.
You can all imagine.
What's Dr. No?
I'm extremely
Did everyone go to the International Space Station before that? Yep.
Not only my colleague, but also a very, very close and dear friend. So it's really our honor.
I love how they corrected him, though. That was funny.
Representing whatever it is.
But he's going to get eaten for that one by the media.
Whatever individual's desires and heart. Thank you.
Well, Christina and Jessica, I would like to, if I could, just thank you. Jessica, I know that you've been doing this and you've been working hard. And Christine, I've studied your resume. It's really incredible what you've done. What
Blah,
you've
blah,
done. Your
blah.
lives have been
Pander,
incredible,
pander,
and now you're
pander.
in a place that, as I
I
said,
don't think you wrote
very
this.
few people will ever get that experience. You're doing an incredible job. This is a first step because we're going to the moon and then we're going to Mars. We're launching from the moon, most likely. They seem to think that's the best way of doing it, Jim. So we're launching from the moon, and I just want to congratulate you both. You're very brave, brilliant women, and you represent this country so well. And our country is very proud of you, and we are very proud of you. Millions and millions of people are watching you right now, but I will tell you what you do is
Okay,
is
you've
really
repeated
something
yourself
very
8
special.
billion
First the
times
moon,
now.
and then we go to Mars. Thank you both very much. Have a good time.
Have a good time. Don't die. Okay. Okay. Look, they're still sitting there.
I'm wondering if we might have lost the link.
I bet you I'd laugh if she cut the link off.
Huh? No, okay. There we go.
Okay, back to the scoop.
Oh, aliens have come, taking the signal.
Okay.
And again was a call from the White House to the spacewalk.
Heading level 3.
Blah, blah, blah. I hate this chick's voice.
That's USA Today. But yeah, I found that and I went back 5 hours and I was trying to find that spot I told you about where the mission control guys came in.
It might be in the story that I have.
The wording will be, but you have to hear the voice. It's just one of those things. But yeah, I'm going to take off just in case my phone was going to ring. So have fun.
So that was a quick, that story that I had was over anyway, so. We've lost contact, so. Scribe will get his moon base. Yes, Dr. No. So let's see here. So Craig Oliver, he's been a political correspondent for many years, and he's been a pretty staunch liberal supporter. He's been a CTV political correspondent for decades now. And he has put this article out, this editorial out. I'm just going to quickly jump over here and check something. Okay. So he's put this article out here. It says, Justin Trudeau has lost his legitimacy to govern. Or Joe Oliver, not Craig Oliver. Okay. Joe Oliver, I'm not sure who Joe Oliver is. I know who Craig Oliver is, but this is probably another editorial still, though. Let's see what this opinion piece has to say. If we can get through all of the links, please. So many goddamn links. Okay, here we go.
Liberal leader and Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau campaigns for the upcoming election at the Musée de la Nation.
So that's a picture of him,
Liberal
of
leader
Trudeau
and of
at a museum.
Justin Trudeau had remarkable staying power in the face of all the policy failures, broken promises, and personal misconduct.
Yes, he did.
However, his tarnished brand has finally lost its luster, with some polls showing him behind the Conservatives in popular votes and seats. On Monday evening, denuded of credibility, he may be reduced to clinging to office with the help of other parties.
Yeah, the only way that we will see a Liberal government is if there's a coalition. Wait till they find the face huggers I left on the ISS. Ha.
To discourage strategic voting, Jagmeet Singh reiterated the NDP's refusal to support a Conservative minority government, while François Blanchet declared that the Bloc Québécois will work with whomever advances Quebec's interests. Trudeau will desperately grasp any lifeline, including foreign endorsements, since losing power could abruptly end his political career.
Yep, that's a very good point. He doesn't care where the endorsements will come from or, who he has to sell what tiny piece of his soul that he has left to get to get legitimacy back.
With comma, Justin Trudeau's blinks bet on Quebec in Bill 20.
Okay, that's the
Justin Trudeau deliberately made the Liberal Party all about himself. If the Liberals come in second, it will be because they lost a referendum on his leadership and voters decided not to trust him with a second term.
Yep, absolutely. And I have a feeling that that's going to happen. There are going to be a lot of people who are going, I don't want more of Justin Trudeau. I don't want more of having to explain to my friends in other countries that, no, we do not all think the way Trudeau thinks.
If he ends up with fewer MPs than Andrew Scheer and is rejected by almost 70% of voters, the current forecast, he will have lost the moral authority to govern the country.
Yep.
However, we are in a parliamentary democracy and so constitutional conventions prevail. For a precedent, we have to go back to 1925 when Mackenzie King governed for 8 months with fewer seats than the Conservatives.
Yes, that is a thing that happened.
His subsequent request to dissolve Parliament and call a general election was refused by the Governor-General, Lord Byng, precipitating a constitutional crisis. However, there are 5 precedents where the PM did the honourable thing and quickly resigned, including Louis St. Laurent in 1957, who had a small plurality of votes but 8 fewer seats than the opposition.
Yeah, this is why I wish I could have been able to get a hold of Polly, because he would have found this very interesting. Hopefully he loses, says Sir Adamantine. I am very... If he wins, even in a minority, I will be shocked.
YouTube video. Since Governor-General Julie Payette can only take advice from the Prime Minister, she would listen to Trudeau's request and presumably permit him to continue in government until he loses the confidence of the House of Commons.
Which would happen pretty quickly.
At that point, assuming not too much time had expired and consistent with the King being president, she would refuse a request for an immediate election, Trudeau would resign, and Scheer would be asked to form a government.
King Bing Wingding, as it's called.
However, if the Liberals and the NDP combined had fewer seats than the Conservatives, it would be more difficult for Trudeau to argue he has the moral authority to retain his position, and it's not clear whether the Governor-General would agree.
Yeah, this is why first past the post kind of sucks. Does Canada have a Libertarian Party? Yes, but they don't really have any seats. Like, they don't have a... Oh, you're listening in from campus. Oh. What do you think about this interesting turn of events there, Polly?
Blind presses. Removed from
because
mute button.
I have to say,
Safari.
This is pretty scary. The fact that there could be a coalition government to keep Trudeau as prime minister. I am very, 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 very hopeful that nobody decides to coalesce with the Liberal government. They need to go away. What's up?
There's an article about this that just dropped.
I saw.
Ah.
I saw you. I heard that you threw something in there.
Yeah. What if there is a majority? Or something like that. What happens if nobody wins a majority on Monday? Then we go to the hell we had in 2006. Yeah, like around there. Somewhere around there.
That brings us back to the political aspect of legitimacy. The Bloc and Ryan popularity is the latest blow to Trudeau's leadership for the country resurfaces at a time of bitter Alberta and Saskatchewan alienation that risks escalating into full-fledged separatist fervor with Liberal minority government. You are currently...
Yes, it does. Quebec is, talking about separation again. Alberta is very disenfranchised with Trudeau. People's Party of Canada is not socialist. No, but they have a very unfortunately socialist name. So let's...
Related links. Link. National unity is a core responsibility of any prime minister, yet we are confronting a historically unique challenge, the simultaneous intensification of Quebec nationalism and Western hostility, which could tear the country apart.
Yep.
Trudeau was the only prime minister found guilty of violating ethics rules, which happened twice. He blatantly undermined prosecutorial independence and ousted from office two strong-wing cabinet ministers telling truth to power.
Yes, he did.
He shamed Canadians with his cringing costume performance in India and angered many of our most important allies and trading partners with his sanctimonious demands. He bitterly disappointed progressives when his virtue signaling was followed by broken promises to First Nations, the Cockaigne Grope, abandoned electoral reform, missed climate targets and blackface photos. You are currently on a text element.
Yeah. If you looked up hypocrisy in the dictionary, it seems from what I can tell that the other parties seem a bit too distant from what Trudeau wants to form a coalition. I'm very hopeful, Polydub, that is the case. I am very hopeful that there are too many contentions for the NDP to form a coalition with the Liberals, because the NDP is really the only party that could. I do not think the People's Party of Canada is going to get enough votes, nor do I think the Green Party is going to get enough votes to be a party that would be worth making a coalition with. I think that if there is a coalition, the only parties that would coalesce would be the NDP and the Liberals, but I don't think they could see eye to eye. What do you guys think about preferential ballots? I'm going to be honest with you, Costin. That is a term I am not familiar with. Oh, excuse me.
He outraged conservatives with tax hikes on the middle class and small businesses, increased regulation, hostility to resource development, and deficits without end. The list goes on, but could end soon if Trudeau is brought to reckoning by a disillusioned and exasperated electorate.
Which I think is what's going to happen.
Joe Oliver is the former Minister of Finance.
That's where I've heard of him. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. So let's move on to read about the impending climate strike bullshit in Edmonton today, where Miss Greta is going to be shaming us all for our ridiculous behavior. Well, apparently.
I was trying to figure out what that slow travel was she was doing. Did she walk?
No, what do you mean slow travel?
So they had this thing called slow travel where how they got to Edmonton. I'm curious how they did it.
Did they make the bus drive like?
I'm curious if they walked or,
If they'd
walking.
still be walking.
That's what I mean. It's like, how did they get there so quickly on land? Sorry, it's really slow and I'm really bored.
So get on the stream on your phone.
Why not?
Then
my phone over.
Well, then you won't be bored. I don't think he likes that logic. I think I out logic in color. What? Seriously?
That's why I was never on streams when I was driving.
Hangouts played through the stream?
My phone would play through Hangouts. Okay, so
see, it would
it's
just
the same thing with Discord. If I'm in a Discord call
and
my phone rings, you can hear me talking to whoever through the Discord call.
See, mine would just kick me out of the call.
Doesn't do that. Mine doesn't. It sucks. It hasn't on any phone I've had. Yeah, Hangouts is the same way.
Wow. How does that work?
That's all. It just has to do with the overlays.
Yeah, mine would just fucking boot me out of the call and then...
No, mine, every time I've been on Discord calls or anything and the broker's call, you can hear it go through and you can hear both sides. Like he could hear me talking on the Discord too.
Weird.
Yeah. That's primarily why you don't hear me hop on streams during the day. That's why I'm never on CoffeeStream when I'm on the road.
That's why my phone is better. iPhone is a scam, huh? So this says oil and gas supporters, protesters to converge at Edmonton climate rally with Greta Thunberg. Because, nobody has anything to do. Look at this. Do you see this kid? This 13-year-old kid? Greta is being driven across North America from a Tesla owned by Arnold Schwarzenegger. Cars ranged for 300 miles, so she has to stop every day for a few hours to charge it. Oh, wow. I've been doing some reading, says Polydub. Greta Thunberg, an endorsement from Obama, and a promise to ban so-called assault weapons all in 1 week. I smell desperation. A little bit, yeah. That's how she's traveling. That's insane. Jagmeet said he would form a coalition with liberals and he doesn't care what conservatives say. That's terrifying. That would make that no thank you. I'm not okay with that. All right, here we go. Holy shit, this story has 2,500 comments.
Vehicles carrying both climate strikers and oil and gas supporters began the journey north to Edmonton Friday morning, all headed for the same destination, a massive rally at the Alberta legislature that will be attended by 16-year-old environmental activist Greta Thunberg.
Yes, all them vehicles rolling in the same direction. That's brilliant.
About 100 Calgarians filled 2 buses. They plan to join the crowd of climate strikers, which is expected to total more than 1,000 people. Meanwhile, about 24 vehicles carrying oil and gas supporters departed from a truck wash in Red Deer at about 7 a.m. MT.
Red Deer. I'm not surprised.
The group United We Roll, which organized a pro-pipeline convoy to Ottawa in February, plans to stage a counter-rally, saying that its members are frustrated with celebrities visiting the province and telling Albertans how to run their business.
I don't blame them.
Trucks began assembling early Friday morning at the Gort's Truck Wash in Red Deer. The convoy of vehicles will drive into Edmonton as a counter-protest to the climate strike rally that will be attended by Thunberg. David Byers/CBC.
So this is I guess it's the picture of the convoy.
We're not there to be bullies. We're just there to show our support for oil and gas. Group spokesperson Glenn Carrott said Friday morning, "This is Alberta and we're hurting. We've lost hundreds of thousands of jobs in Alberta and we've lost hundreds across Canada."
Yeah. Alberta's really been screwed by Trudeau's climate pandering crap. They stole her childhood. How dare they? Yeah, exactly. Let's see.
For Priya McNold, a 15-year-old who joined the Calgarians coming by bus to Edmonton, the counter protest made it even more important for Thunberg to have supporters in the crowd.
Yes, she needs supporters because, God forbid, people exercise their right to counter-protest. That's just terrible, and that will make her so triggered that she will need more support than ever. Let's see. I watched Captain Planet cartoons as a kid, so I already did my part. And he bets the bus ran on diesel. Apparently, he's borrowed a Tesla from Arnold, as in Schwarzenegger. And is being driven around that way.
I really just want her to feel supported.
Unless that was a joke from Cryptic.
I really just want her to feel supported.
Isn't Elon Musk Swedish?
Yeah,
Or
what?
Dutch or something?
Swedish.
And he owns Tesla?
Yeah.
Why didn't he give her a car?
Because he's smarter than that.
Not to mention all the fossil fuels that were used to charge said car at the 12 points it had to use to get to its destination. Unless they had the model that the one dude I know has.
I just don't want Greta to feel like she's alone in her fight for climate action in Alberta.
Well, obviously she's not alone. You're there. Even if she's alone, maybe that will teach her to go home and go back to school.
Thunberg testifies in Washington, D.C. on September 18th.
Oh, here's her testifying at before Congress.
Some of the young passengers on the bus with Priya were using the 3-hour journey to make crafts and signs to use at the protest.
Or you could have used the 3 hours to catch up on the work you're missing because you're not in school, you retards.
Edmonton police and city officials are anticipating major delays in traffic congestion in the downtown core Friday. Rally supporters will be gathering at the Hills House Park, 10,440 Jasper Ave, at about 11 a.m., then marching west on Jasper Avenue before heading south on 107th Street to the legislature grounds.
Why do journalists do that? Here's the route. It's going to be really congested and stuff, but here's the route. Sometimes I hate waking up in the morning, says Mr. Goatman. Let's see.
Thunberg, the Swedish activist known for sparking climate protests across the globe, is expected to speak to the rally, which gets underway at noon. A group gathers in Calgary on Friday morning before boarding a bus that will take them to the rally in Edmonton, Helen Pike /CBC.
Yes, a bus full of diesel fuel.
A group organizers say they're excited Thunberg will appear, hoping she will use her influence to advocate for alternative energy sources in Alberta.
Her influence, huh?
I'm excited that she is coming to stand in solidarity with us, right in the heart of our country, said Veronica Fuentes, an environmentalist with the group Beaver Hills Warriors.
You know, well, okay, I'm not gonna say it. That's I'm not gonna say it. Greta is what happens when what? Oh, unfit people have children. Yes. Yes, it is. Greta is what happens when a population surpasses the unrelated gene pool capacity. Also true. Let's see.
I welcome her to the community to stand with young people who share her platform, to center all the incredible work being done in Alberta and in Indigenous communities, she said.
Wow, okay. Look, brainwashing on display, people.
List one item.
Isn't that amazing? Isn't that just amazing? So now we're going to read about El Chapo and his cartel. His guitar. Wow. I need more coffee. I've been reading, rereading the Harper Hall trilogy, Pern books. So they've been talking about guitars and harps and music and all that fun stuff. So, and I suppose, you know, the stereotypical Mexican mariachi has a guitar, so I thought El Chapo was dead. I don't think so. I think one of his weapons people is dead. In prison. His son was in prison. Because this says El Chapo's cartel launches military-style assault on Mexican forces, securing his son's release from custody. So it says Mexican officials briefly detained Ovidio Guzman, but as the cartel freed prisoners from the from the local prison, he turned Culiacan into a war zone. They let him go. So so here's a picture of some gunmen near a burning vehicle. So I'm sure that was a fun day at work for the prison guards that day. Oh, there's a warning. Graphic content below. Okay, YouTube, I am commentating on this story, so please do not strike my channel. Let's see. Okay.
El Chapo's link. Good link. Warning. Graphic. Mexico City. Heavy gunfire consumed the streets of Culiacan on Thursday, as Mexican security forces struggled to fend off members of the Sinaloa cartel, once led by notorious drug kingpin Joaquin El Chapo Guzman. Members of the cartel deployed across the city with military-grade weapons, a remarkable, live-streamed glimpse. Mexican officials briefly detained Ovidio Guzman. Mexico City. Heavy gunfire consumed the streets of Culiacan on Thursday, as Mexican security forces struggled to fend off members of the Sinaloa cartel, once led by notorious drug kingpin Joaquin El Chapo Guzman. Members of the cartel deployed across the city with military-grade weapons, a remarkable, live-streamed glimpse into their ability to overwhelm the state. Pause.
Wow.
Mexican officials briefly detained Ovidio Guzman, one of Guzman's sons who has emerged as a leading figure in the cartel after his father was arrested in 2016. But as the cartel took to the streets, apparently freeing dozens of prisoners and turning the city into an urban war zone, Mexican authorities decided to release Guzman.
So basically the cartel committed an act of terrorism and won. That's crazy.
Security Minister Alfonso Durazo told Reuters that Guzman was released to protect lives. Reports indicate the cartel took 8 government soldiers hostage as a bargaining chip to secure the cartel heir's release.
Wow. So that is a shitty day at work. That is just a crazy day at work. What happened at work today, dear? Well, the Sinaloa cartel came down and fucked everything up and let a whole bunch of people out of jail and took 8 government people hostage. How was your day, dear?
No, it gets worse than that. Sinatra, actually, when he was on Monkey in the Morning this morning, this broke while they were doing that. Right?
Oh, okay.
The main story for this. It looks like a fucking war zone right now. Like, you've got guys on with miniguns on the back of cars. Everybody's pissed. One cartel kid, one of Chapo's kids dead. The other one is supposedly incarcerated.
Well, not anymore.
What?
The article I'm reading says that the Mexican authorities got scared and let him go.
Oh, fuck off. That's the whole thing.
Ovidio Guzman is not in custody anymore.
Okay, so there we go. So yeah. Like, but the photos that they were showing is like the shit's burning. Like,
well,
it's
that's
like Watts riots. With machine guns.
At the top of this article that's on my screen is some cartel gunmen in front of a burning truck.
Oh yeah, they're pissed. This is not going to end well for either side. They're like, the federales are going to have a.
Oh, it's going to get way worse.
It's going to be fucking weird, and Trump's going to.
Think.
Link. Video footage here shows a gunman lying on the ground firing a weapon in the city of Culiacan, Sinaloa today. Rumors suggest that one of Joaquin El Chapo Guzman's sons, Ivan Archibald, has been captured and possibly killed following a fierce gun battle in the city.
Link.
Play media embedded.
I'm not going to play that because that's a good way to get a community strike. So we're going to not play that.
Link. In a video. Link. Even after the arrest of El Chapo. In a video statement, the decision.
What?
Link.
What's the video?
That video you're not going to show?
Yeah.
That's the one that I just saw, like a preview of it. That's the one that Sinatra played.
Yeah,
It's pretty brutal.
I don't want YouTube to give me I'm pretty sure if I play it, I'll get a fucking.
I don't think you get a guideline strike. Monkey didn't. And Sinatra played it on
Link.
CoffeeStream.
Okay.
Middle dot.
Well,
But I mean,
Link.
you don't have to
Time
play
post-
it. If you don't feel comfortable
Link.
playing it, link people the video, link it in
Link.
the chat, and people can
Play
go watch
media
it.
embed.
no, I'm fine playing it. I was just afraid
If
that.
they hit you, we appeal it, take the video down, I cut it out. That's how it works.
All right. Well,
Press link.
That's how I fixed the other one.
so this is what happened this morning. Wow.
Links. Mix warning. Shared ultra link. Link.
Here.
So
Google
little,
Plus.
which is like one tap. Go down.
Link.
Down.
What Mexico City.
Where's the video? Go.
It's over.
Oh, okay.
Mexican official 17-point Security Minister
I don't want
Alpha.
to replay it because it was
Here.
really short.
Hold on.
Link. Deborah
Where
Vanilla.
is it?
Link. Video foot frame.
Right there.
Link.
Oh,
Live
there,
frame.
there. A little more.
You are currently on a frame. To enter inf button.
Here, hit
Button.
voiceover. Voiceover off. I'm going to make it so that
Voiceover
people
off.
can see.
I know. I'm trying
I'm
to.
trying to help your fans.
I know, but you're.
I'm trying to help your fans. Let me do this.
You asked me to turn off voiceover and then pushed my hands out of the way.
Because
That's
you
why.
took too long, dear. There you are.
Okay.
Vo-
Did you push play?
No, you have to push play.
Well, then how am I supposed to fucking find the play
Fine.
button without unscrolling
Voiceover
what you
I'm
did?
sorry, people. It's like the blind and the special, only super special.
There. Thank you.
There you go. Have fun.
So that's what it looks like. That's.
Voiceover.
That thump sounded like a grenade almost. Yeah, that. Yeah, and now they're laughing at us. So yeah, that's some video of what's going on right now. So here we go.
The decision to detain and then almost immediately free one of Mexico's most wanted drug traffickers, who has also been indicted by the U.S. Justice Department, was a humiliation for Mexico's government, revealing how entrenched the country's leading drug cartel remains.
No doubt it was a humiliation.
Link. Even after the arrest of El Chapo. In a video statement Thursday, top officials from Mexico's security agencies initially described how agents came under attack by armed men from a house while on a patrol in Culiacan. Dead bodies lie next to a car during clashes between cartel gunmen and federal forces.
So that's
Mexico violence _ Sinaloa 3 JPG.
I guess there's some pictures of some dead people.
The personnel fired back and took control of the house, in which they found 4 occupants. During that action, one of them was identified as Ovidio Guzman Lopez, said Alfonso Durazo, Mexico's Secretary of Public Security. This resulted in various groups of organized crime groups who surrounded the house with a greater firepower than that of the patrol. In addition, other groups carried out violent actions against residents in various parts of the city, creating panic.
Yeah. That was not going to end well, no matter what happened. Let's see. Polly, keep Sunday night open, says Pink Hollow. I have an idea.
Cartel gunmen are seen on a street during clashes with federal forces following the detention of Ovidio Guzman, son of drug kingpin Joaquin.
So that's so there's Guzman's El Chapo's kid.
Mexico violence _ cartel gunmen are seen on a street. End of experts, however, soon poured scorn on the government's first version of events. My suspicion is that they went after him and they lost. Eduardo Guerrero, a security analyst in Mexico City, told the New York Times.
That's probably more likely what happened. Yeah.
View of bullet-ridden and crashed vehicles in a street in Culiacan, state of Sinaloa, Mexico.
There we go.
This is insane. Then, on Friday, Mexican President Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador admitted that the event had not been random, but rather security forces had been on a raid. They were trying to capture Guzman after a judge issued a warrant for his arrest and extradition to the U.S.
Yeah, so that's exactly what happened. And that sounds ominous, says Polydove. Nope, you didn't miss Polly. Polly's in campus right now. He's in chat. But Polly's at campus right now, so he's only able to talk in chat. No, I think Pincalo may want Polly on Blind and Special, which would be awesome.
Lopez Obrador was asked who had taken the decision to free the narco, and said it was his top security people.
Free the narco, huh?
Link. RT. Link. Cartel gunman cruising around. Link. Number Mexico.
So that's... That's this article. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at this article about the Google Pixel, and then we're going to read our titular article, and then we're going to do our science-y article. So, Google admits Pixel 4's face unlock works even if your eyes are closed. The flaw is causing security concerns as experts say it could lead to unauthorized access to the devices. Okay. I am loving my phone more and more. Now if Apple released all of their flaws, Jesus, they do. It's called Apple Viz, and you go and you can No, it's not a retina scanner, but
Google has stirred some security concerns after
What I meant is
Link.
What I meant is by it's not a retina scanner is the Google Pixel. Like the concept of the facial recognition software has nothing to do with your eyes. It has to do with the construction of your face. So having your eyes open or closed shouldn't matter. Because also, think about it this way. If they change it to where you have to have your eyes open, what about blind people that have their eyes closed all the time?
So it says
Google has stirred some security concerns after admitting that its Pixel 4's Link facial authentication system unlocks even when your eyes are closed.
Now Apple will do that, but like, see, if I lock my phone and I lock it like this, right? It's not unlocking even though I'm holding it to the side of my face. But if I do this, right, it'll unlock. My eyes don't have to be open or closed or anything like that. I don't necessarily think that it should matter whether your eyes are open or shut as long as it's your face. Like, it would be more disturbing if it was like yesterday's story where somebody else's finger could unlock your phone. Like, if somebody could pick up your phone, look at it, and the phone would be like, oh yeah, that's totally my owner's face, even though it's not, that would be more disturbing than it will unlock with your eyes shut. So bored, says Pinkalo.
Link. BBC News discovered the facial authentication system unlocks when a user is sleeping or pretending to be asleep.
Okay, how do you know how would it unlock if the user is sleeping? Unless the phone is like sitting on its edge facing the person while they're sleeping and they roll over. That is weird. I wish they used Voice ID. That would be cool. Adamantine.
Link. Chris Fox. Screen link. Link. The Pixel 4 facial recognition works even if you're asleep/dead. That seems problematic.
Asleep/dead?
No,
What? What?
That's,
it didn't say anything about dead.
No, but that's exactly how it would happen. Think about how many people sleep with their phones on. Now think of how many people have a tilt on their phone or something that holds their phone upright.
Well, that's true because look at this.
Exactly. You have to look at it that way and think about that. Now, if they're like mine, that stupid Bixby button is annoying the shit out of me because if it touches it, it activates the voice recognition.
See, you know what?
So that it could be the same situation.
This
it's understandable.
This is the other thing I like about my phone. Face ID doesn't even detect you unless you push the lock button, the power button.
But okay, yeah. But if some power buttons, like on other phones, are on the side.
So is mine.
Say a cat comes along and nudges your phone, and you don't have it in a case. It touches the button. These are all completely fathomable things.
Buttons need to be less hard to push then, or less easy to push.
Look at the problem with the Samsung with the S10s, right? If you have a case and you got that little gap, anybody's fingerprint can open it. But it seems you have to have that cheap case.
Yeah. A helicopter in the background. Blind's headphones and hoodie match. She color coordinates better than I do. That's funny. Partners can open each other's phones and stuff. See, I'm of the opinion that you should be able to look at your partner's phone. However, if there's like, if you go into like, say for example, Apple's got a Pages app, which is kind of like, Microsoft Word or whatever. If you go in there and you see a thing that says like journal or diary or something like that, obviously don't look at that. But I mean, like, if you're husband and wife, I think, if your partner says, honey, grab my phone, and, there's some notifications there, and you're like, hey, so-and-so is texting you. Did you get back to them? That's totally fine. I fucking just woke up, says Irate. Nice, dude. You must have needed it.
Link. Number Debbie Google.
So let's do the titular article here. You're gonna love this. You're gonna love this, you guys.
Incoming call +1 to accept.
Oh, go away.
Decline. +1 to decline.
That means Irate missed the speech.
What speech?
You already forgot. We just listened.
Oh,
talk to the women.
I was trying to forget it because it was boring and terrible.
The point of it was terrible. That was the whole thing. This is great. It's the first time women have gone out. Sorry, no, it's not. First time they've gone unaccompanied. They're breaking the what's it called?
So I don't know if you guys can see its title here, but it says Making Herstory. NASA conducts its first all-female spacewalk. Because, you know, that's totally a thing that we say. I hate people sometimes. I really do. What do you mean, what did you do? I'm confused. Why is Pink Hollow... What is his problem now?
The world's
see.
first female spacewalking team made history high above Earth on Friday, floating out of the International Space Station to fix a broken part of the power network.
Yes, they went to change the space batteries.
As Link, NASA. Astronauts Christina Koch and Jessica Meir emerged one by one. It marked the first time in a half-century of spacewalking that a woman floated out without a male crewmate. You are currently on a text element. Read more. Link. Astronauts replaced by Safari, America's first female spacewalker from 35 years ago. Kathy Sullivan was delighted. She said it's good to finally have enough women in the astronaut corps and trained for spacewalking for this to happen.
Enough women? There was a quota that was required?
NASA leaders, along with women and others around the world, cheered Koch and Meir on. At the same time, many noted that this will hopefully become routine in the future. We've got qualified women running the control, running space centers, commanding the station, commanding spaceships and doing spacewalks, Sullivan told the Associated Press earlier this week. And golly, gee whiz, every now and then there's more than one woman in the same place.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? What the Gee willikers, Scoob! There's more than one woman! Like, what the fuck was that about? The only time a woman should be in space is to make sandwiches or sandwiches. Oh my.
Story continues below advertisement. Third-party Tracy Caldwell Dyson, a three-time spacewalker who watched from mission control, added, "Hopefully, this will now be considered normal."
What's okay? It is normal. They're astronauts on a spacewalk. What's not normal about that? You're the ones who are going, "Oh my God, look at this! There's women walking outside the space station all by themselves without men! Yay!" That's you. That's you. That's what you sound like. This is fucking sad.
Notification center, 12 point. Close. Close. V-jump scans close. Prep. Safari.
Holy shit, says irate prostate. Yeah.
Moonwalk JPG. Image. 1/24. NASA aim for 2024 moon landing. Black. We have the right people doing the right job at the right time, he said. They are an inspiration to people all over the world, including me, and we're very excited to get this mission underway.
How are they inspirational? They're doing what astronauts are supposed to do. This is part of the plan to accelerate human evolution by exposing human eggs to radiation. Yeah, like Dr. No's putting in all these women astronauts in chat who have like actually done historical things. And then we've got people going, "Yay, 2 girls went outside the space station all by themselves without a man and changed the space batteries. Good job!" You know what that sounds like to me? When I go to the store and I put my debit card in the machine and put in my PIN and hit OK, and the store clerk goes, "You did that all by yourself? That's amazing. You're so inspirational." which is not a bullshit thing. That has actually happened to me. Do you know how condescending that is? If I was those 2 women astronauts, I'd be like, would you kindly stop treating me like I'm some 3-year-old who figured out how to get up here? Like, I'm serious. This is ridiculous.
NASA originally wanted to conduct an all-female spacewalk last spring, but did not have enough medium-sized suits ready to go. Koch and Mayer were supposed to install more new batteries in a spacewalk next week, but had to venture out 3 days earlier to deal with an equipment failure that occurred over the weekend. They need to replace an old battery charger for one of the 3 new batteries that was installed last week by Koch and Andrew Morgan.
Yes, they sent two women space astronauts up and then went, but let's only send 1 medium spacesuit. Because, we don't know how to math here at NASA, somehow. I can wipe my own ass, too, says Irate. I know.
Read more. Ling, Jessica and Christina, we are so proud of you. You're going to be great today. Morgan radioed from inside as the women exited the hatch. You are currently on...
Yeah, because, they need to be told that they're going to be doing okay. You guys are going to do just fine without us. You'll be great. We're so proud of you.
Mayer, making her spacewalking debut, became the 228th person in the world to conduct a spacewalk and the 15th woman. It was the 4th spacewalk for Koch, who is 7 months into an 11-month mission that will be the longest ever by a woman. Your current story continues below. Third-party copyright link. Journalistic staff. Copyright sub.
So that's the end of that pandering ass story. Full of condescension and bullshit. The spacesuit size failure was because of all the women in mission control. I'm very special, says Mr. Coatman. No organization is above errors. No. That's just really amusing to me. And now here's our Science-y article to end off the stream. And we will read about this. No, I'm not going to enter my email. I'm going to close that, and then I'm going to read the story, please. And I'm going to close that. Can I please read the story now? Yes, I can. So NASA and Caltech scientists analyzed the Californian earthquake sequence. It turns out the July sequence of earthquakes is part of a more complex situation. So this is interesting. Let's read about some geology. Let's see. Space farce.
NASA called scientists analyze the Californian earthquake sequence image. Link. July of this year saw the largest sequence of earthquakes hit Southern California in 20 years. Scientists have now learned that these large quakes are far more complex than what was previously known.
I wonder if human beings are going to be around to witness the breaking up of the continents, or the making of a new supercontinent, because it's been quite a while. It's been quite a while in geological time since we've had a continental drift, or a continental, well, because we had Pangea, and then that started to break up. And I wonder if humans are actually going to witness the starting, because it's going to take millions of years, right? But the start of a reforming of the continents. That would be interesting, because the earthquakes have definitely been increasing. I would say, and I wonder if that's what's going on. I wonder if the tectonic plates are getting ready to change around, and the continental plates are subducting, and I really like to wonder. Oh, we will be long gone by the time there's a new formation. What I'm wondering is if we are witnessing the beginning of this new formation.
More from interesting engineering. Link. Geophysicists from one geophysicists from NASA and Caltech partnered to carry out an analysis of the Ridgecrest earthquake sequence. Link. 1 JP. Their study was published in the journal Link Science on Thursday.
Okay.
Link. Cutting level 2 on. Cutting level 2. The Ridgecrest sequence. On. You are currently on a text element.
Come on.
Link. July 4. California was shaken up by a link. Magnitude 6.4. You were foreshock, followed by magnitude 7.1 main shock. You were current.
Oh wow. That's pretty sizable. Or we have more sensitive equipment and they're more spread apart, so we get more results. That's true. Then again, it would be ironic if California would get triggered too much that they end up as their own continent.
And then came more than 100,000 aftershocks. The earthquake was most strongly felt north of Los Angeles, in the town of Ridgecrest. Link. Zachary Rath, assistant professor of geophysics at Caltech and lead author of the paper, said, "This was a real test of our modern seismic monitoring system." He concluded that it ended up being one of the best documented earthquake sequences in history and sheds light on how these types of events occur.
Okay. Come on.
Link. NASA JPL. Link. View on Twitter. Using satellite ruptures in Ridgecrest. Using satellite and seismometer data from the you are currently on a text link. Number Ridgecrest. Link. Number earthquake. Sequence back in July. Link. At Caltech, UN. Link. At NASA, your current scientists identified a web of about 20 new faults and found large quakes can be far more complex than previously thought.
Okay, so they found new faults too. That's interesting. Remember when Kattegat was on CoffeeStream and she was quite lit? Wait. And she was... No, I don't remember that. When she was Quake live. No. She was on the stream when there was a quake? No, I don't remember that at all, actually. Irate. I think I missed that one. That's interesting. I must have missed that episode.
Link. Link. Image. Link.
So that was a tweet with a bunch of pictures.
The team The team discovered that this sequence of earthquakes that happened was much more complicated than previous ones. They were able to gather this information by using data from orbital or satellites as well as the ground seismometers.
Okay, so that's interesting. I didn't know you could. I suppose it makes sense that you could observe earthquakes from orbit, but that's cool that they used in tandem, that they used seismometers and orbital radar.
Typically, most earthquakes are believed to occur because of the rupture of a single long fault. For example, the Link 800 mi long San Andreas Fault. During their research, the team realized that the ridge crest sequence was, in fact, generated by a plethora of smaller faults that, when triggered, ended up going through a domino effect. They ruptured one after the other.
Gotcha. Okay. So it's like a web of cracks in the planet.
All earthquakes of magnitude 2.5 and greater in the ridge crest area July 4 to August 15, 2019, are shown as gray circles. Red stars mark the two largest. The Garlock Fault south of the cluster of earthquakes has slipped almost an inch since July. Source: U.S.
Oh, wow.
NASA and call.
So I guess this is
All
an
earthquakes of
image
NASA and call. All earthquakes of magnitude. NASA and
of
call.
the chart.
All link USGS by NASA. And if all earthquakes of magnitude 2, this particular sequence involved around link 20. The sequence was also an link 20 previously undiscovered faults.
Wow. So this has been a new discovery to find like 20 new fault lines. That's interesting.
The sequence was also an interesting and complex geometrical pattern. Heading level 2, new technology. The team was only able to make these new discoveries thanks to a number of highly technical and scientific instruments, Ross noted. Combining satellite images from above that covered a distance of link 100 kilometers in every direction from the rupture, and an extensive network of seismometers caught the multiple waves emitted by the quakes.
That's really cool. So they like I said, they use tandem these satellites and seismometers, and like made this whole discovery. And see, earthquakes are also pretty fascinating to me. Not as fascinating as I think Pincalo finds them, but it's just so fascinating to think that the plates on the planet are moving, but obviously so slowly you can't feel them. It's kind of a mind fuck, really, because the crust is floating so slowly you can't feel it, and the planet is spinning so fast that you can't feel it, and it's just it's kind of it's a bit of a mind fuck when you think about stuff like that. I always find that fun to think about. You know, stuff that you would think of as impossible. Earthquakes release massive amounts of energy. Very impressive, says Mr. Dax. Yeah, they always kind of boggle the mind. And on that note, my dear friends, we have reached the end of another stream. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had fun. I hope that you guys will come by tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern for the Star Trek stream. We are going to be covering Irate's top 3 for TNG. And of course, those are Darmok, Time's Arrow, and Schisms. 3 great episodes I can't wait to talk about. And of course, The Blind and the Special, Sunday night, 10 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully, Polydub will come and join us. He and Pincalo may be working that out. You are always welcome, Polydub. So you're saying these newly discovered fault lines are how lizard people are getting to the surface? Yes. That is exactly what I'm saying, Polydub. I hope everybody has a fantastic Friday, a great safe weekend. Don't forget, if you're awake at midnight tonight, midnight Eastern, head over to Irate Prostate's channel for the cream stream. Pincalo and I will most likely be there. We usually are. And with that, my friends, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you tomorrow for Star Trek.